To part 9 of the Runabout USS Ganges build-up. I've made some progress on the kit that I wanted to share with you, and some of the new jobs that I've invented for myself. I've got 2 layers of primer down over the whole kit now. Sorry, over the hull, and that's actually looking really good. And you can see on that the amount of detail that the bottom section's got there. I mean, I knew it had a lot of detail, but it wasn't until I actually put the primer down that I noticed how much detail there was on there. It does look fantastic. So you know what's coming next. You know what I'm going to be saying. And you'd be right. I am going to detail that. It has to be done. You can't leave something that good with no detail on it. So, with that in mind, I will just go ahead and do all the detailing on it. It's going to be a bit of a shame that it's going to be hidden from view, but at least I know it's going to be there. Well, you'll know that it's going to be there too, because you're going to see it as well. So yeah, that's the bottom section. The top section, again, that's had the 2 layers of primer on it. But what I did do is I put this little vent thing on both sides. I glued those on before I did the primer work, so I had the parts just bare plastic on bare plastic for a good bond with the glue. I've also finished tidying up the warp core reactor there, getting it ready for lighting. One of the jobs that I've decided that I've given myself to do was just there, and also just there. I'm not sure whether you're going to see that one, or just about. There were little bobbles there, and also in the corresponding side there as well, that were like the navigation lights for the rear of the ship. Now, to my mind, they're there as warning beacons because of the warp core. Don't know that for a fact, to be quite honest. I'm just guessing on that one. So I just decided to cut the bobbles off and then drill the holes out for the lights, and also countersink on the inside. I'm not sure whether you're going to see that. Let me just get my torch, and there you go. You can see there where it's been countersunk on both sides. Just to help get the bulb in there. Now, I could have done really with some of the lighthouse LEDs to actually get up in there, but I couldn't really be bothered to order them and then just sit there and wait for them to come. And because I like to waste time doing silly little jobs, I decided to get the 4 3mm LEDs and just basically sand them down, or file them really, and then once I got them in the ballpark, I just filed them down. So they're good, they work, and that's what they look like. Now, this is the wrong resistor that I'm going to be using. I am going to be using a brighter, a higher resistance resistor for these. I'll most probably go for a 10K on those, because I want to bring the light levels on these right down, just so it's a soft glow and not a in-your-face glow. But if I just pick a side, now I have actually ground down one side of the LED as well to help it fit in. These are a little bit fiddly still, as you can see. I'm dropping it all over the place. So that's it, that's in position. So there you go, you can see that glow coming through there, but as I say, I think that's just a little bit too bright. so I will use a larger resistor on those just to help bring the light levels right down on that. But that's the kind of effect that you're going to get from it. So that's those all squared away now. I just need to build a little light box on the inside of here as well, just to help diffuse the light from the bulb, so I can get a nice even spread of light across the top of that. And I'll just go in on the top there with some canopy glue to fill those in. So that's about it for the moment. I will come back to you as soon as I've made some more progress on this. So I've done the panel shading to the lower and upper half, the sections of the kit. Now, believe it or not, this did take a couple of hours to do, but you can see there that we've got all of the panel shading done all down the sides. Now, these parts I doubt if you're actually going to see, to be honest, because that's where the warp engines kind of go against. But you might see it, you might not, I don't know. But it's still worth doing it. Now, the thing that intrigues me the most on the bottom section is the fact that you've got an arrow that's pointing towards where the warp core would be. So we can have a bit of fun there in detailing that. I'll obviously do that in a different colour to the rest of the panel shading, so that should look pretty good. I've also at the bottom of, I do believe this is the transporter system, so you can see there's some little lines in there that I've pre-shaded as well. That gets done, I do believe it's in the sand colour, which I'll be doing it in the buff. So hopefully by doing that, those little colours, those little pre-shaded areas might pop out as well. We never know, it's worth giving it a go just in case it does. So that's the bottom section, and again we've got the top section done, and again these areas here, it's very unlikely that you will see them, but again, you know, I am going to be doing the panel shading, the different coloured panels on these, just in case. Plus the fact I know that it's there anyway when it's done. Call me a fool if you like for wanting to do that, but you know, that's what I want to do. And we've also got the parts on the upper half there painted, and we've also got all of the little lines down there painted, and it's exactly the same on the other side. And we've got the door painted there, and it goes all the way around basically to there. There's no panel shading that needs to be done on the back end of the model. So that's done. All I need to do now is add the primary colour to that and the lower section of it, and that should hopefully come out looking alright. And then it's just a case of putting all the secondary colours on there. I've also been working on the little phaser arrays that are at the front of the ship. Now, I don't know whether you'll be able to cast your mind back to the first update that I did, but I did say that I wasn't happy with the way that they were, because you just got that big hole there, and I did say that I was going to fill those in with some filler or something, and then just sanding it smooth. The only problem is that when you've done that, it's going to leave that part there where it fits onto the hole, so you're going to have a little seam there. So if I just get the kit and show you, so that would basically fit on this little knuckle here. So when I put that on there, you'll be able to see that you've got a little seam there which doesn't look right. So what I've done is, using a little bit of plastic, I've made a little cover for the bottom, and it just basically houses that little joint there. So when this goes onto the bottom of the ship, you don't have that joint anymore. So that should just fit on there quite nicely. So all I need to do is just repeat that on this one, and then I just need to go in around the edges of this particular piece. Let's see if we can get that to focus properly. There you go. I just need to go in around the edges just to make sure that they're filled in properly, but I'm not going to be able to do that until it's primered, because you can't really see it that well. So the primer should hopefully bring out any sort of gaps that do need to be filled in. So that's another one of those nice little modifications, little jobs that I've given myself to do, and hopefully by the time that's all finished, that should help to make that look a little bit better as well. So that's about it for the moment. I'm just going to carry on, get those done, get the primary colour down on this, and some of the secondary colours, and as soon as I've done that, I will come back to you with some more progress. Okay, so I've made some more progress to the model. I've got some of the secondary colours down now, as you can see there. We've got the buff, and I've also put some red on there, which it called for. I do believe this is the transporter emitter, and then we've just got a couple of little red dots on either side of that. And then if we look at that section there, we've also got that done in the buff too. Also been doing some work to the top section of the kit, and as you can see there, we've got some of the buff in around the sides, sorry, at the back end, and then we've also done the bits on the side there as well, and then we've also got the front in now as well, so that's starting to look really cool. Just got some secondary colours that need to go into that as well, and then we've also got the buff on there as well, and then at the top, as you can see, we've also got the buff, and I've also used the dark ghost grey as well, just to do the warp core reactor. And also I've been experimenting with the lighting, so I've built a little shadow box in there. You can most probably see that, so if I just turn the torch on, you can see the effect there that's having. I've also been playing with the type of resistor that I need for the bulb. I've gone for 10k again. I have tried a 5.6k, the 10k, and also a 25k. And I have found that the 25k does give me, the 10k resistor does give me the light that I need. Basically, I found the 5.6k to be way too bright, really, and the 25k, although it gave me a nice glow, it was a bit too dim. So the 10k resistor was the best choice for me in this case. So again, this is the level of brightness that I'm getting off of this this one. As you can see, it's just jury-rigged to a battery. So you can see the brightness that I'm getting off that, and you can see on the camera there that that's not being washed out too badly. So if I put this underneath, what I'll do is I'll just get this set up so you can get a good top view of this. It just takes a second or so just to get this set up. I just need to try and get that dead center. That's it. Okay, I'll just turn off some of the lights here as well. Okay, so we're now completely in the dark. Okay, so you're off the stand now. And then if I just give you a direct overhead shot, there you go, you can see how good that is, and you can actually see the little fins, or whatever you want to call them, coming out from the middle section outwards. So you can see that that's actually not too powerful at all for the camera to not wash it out. So that's actually giving me the glow that I need. It's a very, very subtle glow. Let me just put you back on the stand again. There you go, so you're back on the stand. So there you go. So that's about it for the moment. As soon as I made some more progress, I will come back to you. Okay, so we've got some more work done to the main part of the kit. We've got the Tamiya XF19 down on the struts around the lower section of the ship. I didn't want to go too dark with this colour, to be quite honest, because I didn't want it to be sort of like too kind of in your face, really. And then we've also got the XF66 down, which is the Tamiya light grey. The only things that I got left really to do on the bottom part of the kit that I'm aware of at the moment, there might be other things that I need to do, I'm not sure, I just really need to sort of study the instructions really. I just need to get this little panel here done in the XF2, which is the flat white. And then I just need to go around the whole of the bottom section really, basically getting in the different coloured panels that I'm doing, and then get this little arrow done in a different colour. I'm still not sure yet at the moment what colour I'm going to do that in, but I'm sure I'll decide pretty quickly, or fairly soon should I say. So that's that bit coming along quite nicely. And you most probably see that, I'm not sure whether you will be able to see, but down around the sides there I have tried to approximate the depth really, and also on that side of the struts as well, just to help try and sort of make them look as though they're quite thick and chunky. So that's that bit done. On the main body of the ship, again we've got the struts there done. These parts down here, I need to do those in a different colour. I'm not sure what colour I'm going to be doing those in yet. It might be the light grey, or I might do those in the dark ghost grey. I'm not quite sure yet. We've also got this panel here. That's done in the F66 Tamiya paint, and that's just sort of, it ends really, each of those panels as it sort of goes in at an angle. We've also got this part here done in the XF66 as well, and then on the inside there we've got the Humbrol 125, which is the ghost grey, and then we've got this panel up here which is the Tamiya XF66, and then on the top we've got various little panels up here done in the Humbrol 125 dark ghost grey, and then this one here as well. And then we've got all of these little panels here that have been done in the Tamiya XF2, which is the flat white. And then it's looking exactly the same on that side as well. And then we've also got some detail work done at the front as well. So we've got the Humbrol 125 dark ghost grey on these little panels here. We've also got the Tamiya XF2 flat whites on those two there. And then we've got these little panels up here, which are basically the colours, the red and the yellows that I've mixed up myself. So there's a little bit of work left to do on this part as well. I just need to go in on this panel here and do that in the XF66, and there's also another one on the same side there as well. And then I need to do these parts up here in the yellow, and then you've got the little raised panel lines on there which need to be done in a flat black. So it's not shaping up too badly at the moment, it's looking quite good. Once those are done, I just need to go back in there really and do all the different the shadings with the blue grey and also the silver grey. So as soon as I've made some more progress on that, I will come back to you. It will be in part 10 because I think this video is getting a bit long now. So I will come back to you in part 10 with the progress that I've made on that. So until then, thanks for watching and please do take care.